All right, we're recording. So thank you guys so much. Okay, there's Jen. Hey, Jen. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're here tonight watching this in person or you're watching the recording, this hands down is my favorite night of the month. We try and do these once a month, and it is just my favorite call because, I have two coaches tonight that are going to talk to you. But all of the, for whatever reason that you're here tonight, whatever kind of thing, maybe fear or questions or things you're thinking through your head right now, we've probably all felt them. And I'm going to actually share my screen. I should have done that to start. And I know that when I started, I had so many reasons telling myself why I would never do network marketing, why I would never be a coach. And I actually I was a Beachbody customer for over 10 years. I got ready for my wedding with Beachbody and Shanti. I had the DVDs, and I literally watched coaches for the last 10 years of my life. And for whatever reason, network marketing, it wasn't my thing. I didn't want to share about anything. All of these fears held me back. And so I realized that had I had a call like this, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, it would have completely changed my mindset around this. So our hope is tonight that we can just be very transparent, very down to earth, grab a drink, and just explain to you a little bit more about what it is we do as coaches and how literally anyone can do this. So, fun fact, I'm going to give you a quick introduction of myself, and then we're going to just kind of talk a little bit about what coaches aren't, what coaches are, and some of us are going to share stories, and then we'll just kind of go through what we do in a day and how we earn. So I was really excited. I was just prepping for this call. I clicked over in my coach office, and I noticed that if you can see right here, I signed up to be a coach on June 29th, 2017. So 3 years to the day. Today is my 3-year anniversary. And so when I signed up, I was, 6 weeks postpartum with my second. Like I said, I had done workouts for forever. And I just could never stick to the nutrition. I would dabble in DVDs. I was just your typical habitual quitter. I would go all in, and 2 weeks later I was done. And what I found for me that was missing was the accountability. And so I actually bought my DVDs from Amazon. I was very much an anti-coach person. I did not believe in the whole thing. But, I realized with 2 kids now, and also really struggling with a lot of postpartum after my first, I wanted to really avoid that. And so with 2 boys, I was going back into corporate America. I traveled probably 75 to 80% of the time with my job, nursing mama, pumping all over the US, and I just couldn't keep it all together. And so I knew that the workouts were the one thing that were going to keep me, just keep me sane. And the accountability is what really became the game changer. So after I had done an accountability group, I decided, I'll just sign up as a discount coach. I wanted my Shakeology for cheaper. I wanted I wanted energizing those things for less. And I wanted to basically pay for my products because, anytime you're investing in your health, it is an investment. But I really wanted to not have to pay any more out of pocket for that. So I realized as I started to coach that coaching was basically just an extension of me working out every day. I was sharing it a little bit more. My friends were starting to notice. I had family members asking questions because they saw that Kelsey, after 2 kids with a completely full plate, was not the same Kelsey that, had just after she had her first. And while I had so much more in my life, for whatever reason, I was more balanced. And I really started to see this pattern that when I worked on myself, everything in my life started to improve. I was a better mom. I was a better wife. I got through the day. I survived with keeping kids alive. And I found that it really came back to giving myself this dedicated, sacred 30 minutes a day of a workout, balancing my nutrition And having cheerleaders basically is what we kind of are, and having people cheer for me. And I knew that I knew so many girls and women and even men in my life who could use something like this, because I truly believe our solutions and tools and groups have a purpose for everyone, no matter what kind of routines you are, what path of life you're on, what season of life you're on. There's literally a solution for everyone. And so fast forward to today, I was able to leave my corporate job last year. I now am stay-at-home mom to two very wild boys, and I work my business in the margins of busy life. And you could be here tonight because you want to pay for your products, or you're just interested in what it is. And what's really cool is all of us who are talking tonight will be able to share different perspectives, different goals we have. I have so many coaches who simply just want to have extra spending money, have that money to go to the Target dollar section and buy all the things and blow like $50 like we all do so often. But it's just really cool, because when you join our team, you're never alone on this journey. And so I think it's just an incredible opportunity, because it's not like you sign up and you're just thrown to the wild. Like you have people, just like in your accountability groups, to walk with you every step of the way. So, couple quick things, and I love this slide because, when I was thinking about doing something that would allow me more freedom and flexibility, because my corporate job really tied me down, and I knew that maybe I wanted to work in some capacity, maybe part-time as I became a mom of multiples, or whatever it was. I just didn't want to travel as much. So I wanted to have more freedom, and that was really kind of my why for setting out on this, as I started to see these patterns in my life change. And what I love about Beachbody and coaching and just this incredible community is, we just share. We share transparently. We share authentically. We share, Lindsay here has her baby with her. Like, she shows you how real this is. We don't have I do hide in my bathroom sometimes just for sanity, but we're just very real human beings. And we share how we make healthy habits, how we balance things in the midst of busy life. We're not experts. You don't have to have a background in health and fitness. We're not trainers, nutritionists, or have a need to know everything. We just have the opportunity to fall in love with the program, fall in love with the community, and share that with others. What's really awesome is you don't keep inventory at your house. You don't come up with the ideas of what to do. You're literally given the tools, and you can share it with whoever else. It's kind of like, I think about like you're going to a Taylor Swift concert and you just scored tickets, or you found something awesome at Amazon or on Amazon or at Target, and you're just sharing it. That's simply what we do. But because of that, you're able to focus and grow yourself in so many ways, even more than physical, but you're also able to help others. And I have to say, and I think all the girls on the call tonight on my team would say that there's no better feeling than getting that message from the girl who just lost 50 pounds, or the nurse who was able to have more energy. And I've seen women who've gained more confidence, able to go to their boss and ask for the raise, or just establish a new mindset around just busy life, especially in the times we're in right now. And another thing too is, we might not be at our goal body or whatever we deem as the goal, but we're just on a journey, and there's truly no destination. It's just being on the journey and inviting others to be there with you. And so if you guys have any questions, you can use the chat too, or unmute yourselves. Okay, so before we break into a couple of our team members sharing, I just want to kind of break down like what our team goal is. We really, like I said before, we just focus on we found something that makes it very easy to, not easy I would say, but simple to stick to a workout program or a nutrition program. It's something that's very sustainable. And so essentially we just empower ourselves and empower others to do that. we get to meet people virtually. Jen here, who's a coach on my team, I've never even met her in real life, and I've talked to her almost every single day for the last like year and a half. And so these internet friends that I know my mom always was scared that I would form someday, have the ability to change your life. I've gone to friends' weddings, and it just you kind of get entered into this community that just improves your life every day. Plus you get to help others find that too. And you don't have to be someone. You could be saying, okay, well, that's awesome, but I'm not like super peppy or super outgoing. That's fine. The beauty of this business is it's run on you. You get to decide what the mood is, like how you want to share about what you're doing. You could be very straightforward. You could do it however you want. The coolest part about all of this is you get to decide what your goals are, and you get to decide how you want to share it. And you have others there to support you every single day, not every other day, every single day. And I think that, as I've gotten older and I've, seen my kids grow and seen what society has come to today, you just want other people to find that balance, to truly embrace their life and feel more empowered every day. And so that's what we're basically there for, is just to cheer people on, help them find healthy habits, and really just help people live their, happiest and healthiest lives. So that's kind of a breakdown of who I am and my story, and just more about our team and what we aren't and what we are. So now I'm going to turn it over to Jen, who is going to tell you a little bit about herself.
Hi, everyone. I am Jennifer. I am definitely a busy mom. I'm going to share my screen just so that I have notes, because if I don't have notes, I will go all over the place. So I'm just going to share my screen. So my story, here's my family. I have my husband, my 2 boys, and my little girl. My backstory is that I'm the middle child, so total middle child syndrome. I was kind of ignored, a little bit out. I was like the black sheep of the family, but still loved. And I had 2 sisters who were super athletic, skinny, very confident with themselves, and that was just not who I was. I looked up to both of them. Yes, even my little sister, I looked up to both of them because they just had this aura that I felt like I could not be a part of. And I never was into working out, never cared to get sweaty, never really wanted to get sweaty. I would write notes in PE, excuse notes, so that I could get out when I was in high school. I had no confidence. I hated my body. I didn't like it at all. Like every time I looked in the mirror, I literally just picked out the bad parts and didn't really focus on the good stuff that I had. So as that happened, I went into adulthood, and I just got into I went into teaching. I left high school, I went right into the corporate world, didn't want to do college or anything, went right into corporate world, thought that college wasn't for me. And then after I met my husband, which at the time was my boyfriend, he was working on his degree. So I decided to go back into college and get my teaching degree. And I stayed there, got all the way through the end, became a teacher. We ended up getting married. I graduated, got married, and then we wanted to grow our family. It just seemed like the right thing to do, so we did that. And we had Lance, who is here in the middle. After we had Lance, I had really bad, new mom, very bad anxiety. I ended up going on anxiety medication, and it was to the point where it was just overwhelming, because I had not only I had my baby at home, but I was also teaching. So I was taking him to daycare, which I didn't like, and I wanted to stay home with him. So that's kind of like where my journey started. I wanted to know more, and I wanted to be able to do more and be able to be home with him, but it just wasn't feasible at the time. So we decided to grow our family after he became 2 years old, and we ended up getting pregnant soon after we decided, and come to the realization after we got pregnant. I was 20 weeks pregnant, and we found out from the doctor that I was not able to hold the baby anymore. She was starting to come through my cervix and kind of starting to be delivered almost through my cervix. I had an incompetent cervix, and they gave me a vaginal cerclage to connect it back. Obviously in the picture here, she did not survive, and I ended up losing her 1 week after we found out she was a girl, and on my deathbed as well. I was very, very super sick with sepsis and E. coli, and this was in 2015. And it really, after I delivered her, I went through a massive, just trying to recuperate. 12 doctors did not know what I had and how to fix me. It took them 3 days pumping me full of antibiotics so that I can stay alive. And then once they found out that what I had, they were focused on getting me well. So in this process, I was in and out of consciousness. I was in the ICU, and the doctors, all 12 of them, agreed that I only had about 2 hours to live. And so not only did I lose my daughter, I was in and out of consciousness, not knowing what was happening, sick, dying. And my husband is getting word that he's also going to have to worry about my burial as well. Thankfully, thank God, I came out of that, and I still have scars on my body, central line, and a PICC line in my arm to prove that I have life, and I was able to carry on. So we left the hospital without our baby, which tore me up and changed my course of action. Everything kind of like, as I left the hospital, changed. I wanted more. I wanted to get out of what I was doing, which was teaching. I just didn't know how. My passion for teaching was gone, and I wanted to leave. So I moved into I stopped teaching for a little bit. I went back to teaching just to finish out the year, because this was right at the end of the year. And soon then we found out that I needed to have a certain cerclage to get my cervix fixed. To then I had 2 rainbow babies, which is Sawyer and Amelia. I had Sawyer soon after. He was actually born 2 weeks after the birth date of her a year later. So I was supposed to have Olivia in August of 2015. He was born the end of August in 2016. So he's our little rainbow baby, and hence the rainbow in the background. So I had Sawyer, and then soon after we really wanted to have a girl. So we took steps to get a girl, and we were very successful. She is now 16 months now. So as far as like corporatehood, I was a teacher. I left teaching after Sawyer and went and was in an insurance business for a little bit, and decided that that was not for where I wanted to be. I was also in several LMMs, other network marketing businesses. So I am a bouncer. This is exactly where I needed to be. God kind of brought me to Kelsey, and I think like woke me up. I actually met her through not met her, but internet friends met her through a clothing site that we both love. And so not only through teaching, but was in insurance. Then I was a tutor for a little bit, but now I am a stay-at-home mom and a full-time coach. So what coaching has brought me is that it has given me accountability to stick to my workouts, stick to my nutrition plan as best as possible, quarantine life, joy, confidence, more life following Jesus. Like I really always wanted to know more about him and know more. And now I have the time to sit there and really focus on it. My mindset has completely changed. I have more of a positive body image, and just my passion of helping others like I was when I was teaching has just blown completely out of the water. So that's kind of me in a nutshell. Kelsey, I'll hand it back to you.
No, yeah, thank you so much. I love Jen's story. Jen is one of the strongest people I know, and one of the most hardworking women, mamas, girl bosses I know as well. So thank you so much for sharing. All right, Linz, I'm going to pass it over to you, our newest mom.
Okay, can y'all hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay, sorry, the baby is a little fussy, so hopefully y'all can hear me. All right, so I am Lindsay. I am a boy mom of 2. Hunter here is 6 months, and I also have another boy who is almost 4. I am a full-time nurse, so I work right now actually for a health insurance company, actually now talking to COVID positive patients. So it's been very interesting, very busy, but I work full-time. And I have always played sports growing up. So pretty athletic. Sorry, it's gonna be crazy. That's my hair too. Hang on one second. Okay. So I've always played sports. This is real life though too. So yeah, you can do this with a baby. You can do this with family. You can make it work. So yes, I always played sports, was always like pretty athletic, but I always had someone like telling me what to do, right? So like a coach saying, hey, go run 7 miles or go to the weight room. So once I became like an adult and started working as a nurse, I didn't have that anymore, right? So I had to find like my own motivation inside to work out, and that's sometimes really, really hard. So I kind of bounced around between Orange Theory, different like outdoor boot camps, spin class, like you name it, I've tried it, right? So, and I worked in the hospital for, I think like 5 or 6 years, mostly night shift. So like my eating habits were not great. And I was like a zombie, honestly. I did not feel good. I think I was probably underweight because I wasn't eating enough. I was working again in a hospital. So like life was just really crazy. I was a travel nurse actually in Florida. I met my now husband, moved to Texas. Well, less than a year later, I got pregnant. With this one, my other one. So life was like super crazy because then I'm having a baby. So have my first son. I am like thousands of miles away from all my family, all my friends. Now I'm a new mom. I've literally been dating my boyfriend at the time for a year, and I have a baby, right? So like shit was getting real. Like I was having a really hard time, honestly. Like I would say postpartum anxiety, some depression. I wasn't diagnosed, but I know that I wasn't like feeling myself, right? And as a new mom, like it was really hard for me. And also my mom got diagnosed with end-stage ovarian cancer in my 3rd trimester. So like all these stressors happening, still working, trying to make, like our relationship work. Like it was just kind of crazy, but I also wanted to work out. I knew I needed to, and I have a really bad family history. So I was like, I know I need to work out. I got to find something to like get back to normal, right? So again, I tried all the things, the Orange Theory, the outdoor boot camps. And I mean, I did it for a little while, but I would quit. I was not consistent at all. My first Beachbody program, I did like P90X a long time ago, but right after I had my first son, I did do 21-day fix. A coworker of mine at the cardiology office I worked at was doing it for her wedding. So I saw like the portion control containers. I saw the shakes. I was like, okay, let me do that. So I did buy it from her, but she wasn't a working coach. So I had no accountability, no support. So I literally did it probably for a week, did not follow the nutrition, and I quit, just like everything else. So I really was just looking for something more consistent, but I just didn't know what that was. And, it took me a while to find. So fast forward, my son is 1, my other son is 1. My mom does pass away. Obviously I'm depressed, but then I'm getting married in like 2 months. So I'm prepping for a wedding, all these amazing things, but I didn't really have time to like grieve her loss and just be a newlywed, have a 1-year-old. Like it was just crazy. So I saw Kelsey doing her workout, sharing her journey, and I have been friends with Kelsey, I don't know, like 17 years? I don't know, a long time. We met in college. We actually played soccer together in college. And so, I know her. She's literally my best friend. She was in my wedding, y'all. So seeing her so happy after having 2 kids, like I knew the struggles she was going through. Her sharing her journey and being so raw and like open, I knew she was happy. So I was like, I need to do this. Whatever she's doing, like sign me up. I need to do this. So I signed up with her, obviously like a total like 360. I had support, I had accountability, I had the community, I had all the tools that I needed, right? Of course, I didn't want to be a coach right away. So I did the discount coach thing for probably like a year and a half just to get my discount on the shakes and all the programs, which I loved. And I would say I was the most consistent out of, all the other things that I've tried. So I did a bunch of different programs. We decided that we wanted to grow our family. So we tried. I actually got pregnant right away. Actually 1 year, literally on the year death of my mom, we got pregnant. Was feeling great, doing my workouts. We told our family, probably a little too early. My husband's super excited. Well, we go for a checkup and the baby doesn't have a heartbeat. So I had a silent miscarriage, had no symptoms at all. And then I'm back in this like rabbit hole of, feeling like crap and depressed and like what's wrong with my body. I have 1 healthy baby, like what happened? And just really like leaning into the community of Beachbody, honestly. I know it sounds like corny and like kind of crazy when people say that, like, oh, the community, but honestly, for me, like, that's what keeps me going, honestly. Because again, I live thousands of miles away from all my like family, all my friends. So these are people that I've grown really close to. When you go through hard times, like they're there for you. So when I lost my mom, when I went through my miscarriage, like these are the people that I leaned in on, and I'm so grateful for that. And honestly, I didn't want to go to a gym, and like start crying, like hearing a song that reminded me of my mom or like anything, it's just life. We all go through our ups and downs. So for me, working out at home is just like amazing. And you don't have to leave your kids, which is another huge thing. So we lost the baby. I was in a really stressful like sales job, traveling all over Texas. And I knew that we needed to do something different. So I was actively looking for different jobs, still doing my workouts once I was like cleared to work out. And luckily we got pregnant 2 months later with this guy. So once I found out I was pregnant, of course I was nervous and scared about losing the baby, but I knew that I needed to go like all in to kind of like reduce the anxiety and the stress, and just, I knew it was the right thing for me for like my mindset. This also is the first time in my life that I've ever focused on like personal development and mindset. And it's amazing the changes that you can make within yourself. Just like working on like the mean girl that talks in your head, right? Like we all have that. And I'll tell y'all, but I like hate, have a terrible fear of public like speaking. And that has held me back from so many amazing opportunities to like grow my career, just to like better myself. And it's something that is like so small. I mean, for a lot of people, it's a big deal, but I used to have like panic attacks over it. Like something so crazy, but you know, that held me back from so many things. And it did hold me back from, I think, coaching too, because I didn't want to talk on stories and like share my journey, but it honestly just kind of came naturally. So once I got pregnant with him, you know, I wanted to have the healthy pregnancy. I wanted to do everything that I could, you know, to just be healthy and for him. And so I did. I just leaned in. I don't remember what program I did. I think T20, I don't remember, T20 and Morning Meltdown, I think. Yeah, I felt so good and so healthy and drinking my shakes and just sharing my journey. And I wasn't a coach yet, but just naturally people started reaching out to me like, hey, oh, you're working out and you're pregnant. I guess, you know, for a lot of people that's kind of odd, but it felt so good. And I knew it would help me have a healthy baby and a healthy me. And that's what I wanted. I had, you know, already been there one time before. I kind of knew what to expect the second time around. I didn't want to have the anxiety and the depression that went along with it. So I really attribute it to these workouts and these programs and this community. So I did all the programs. Probably like 9 months ago, I decided to be like a coach, but I wouldn't say I really started actively coaching until he was born. So probably like 6 months ago. But because I had a healthy pregnancy, I was able to have a natural labor, which I do attribute to Beachbody workouts because of the mindset. That's what I wanted. That was my plan. And then I was able to start working out 3 weeks postpartum. But again, because I had had such a healthy pregnancy and was so active. And he agrees. So yeah, it's probably been like 6 months since I've like actively been coaching, but it really is just sharing your journey and helping other people, other women. I don't have any men, but other women get healthy. And for me, I mean, I'm a nurse. Like I love helping people. That's my passion. But this honestly fills my cup more than being a nurse, which might sound crazy. And it took a while for my husband to kind of understand as well, because it is similar to what I do at work. I'm kind of like a health coach at work as well. But this is just different, you know, when you can help a mom that's depressed or someone that's, you know, like has anxiety or whatever it is, just get out of like the mindset that they're in, like that's everything. So I encourage you to just think about it. If you have questions, let us know. You're never alone, which is the amazing part. We literally have, he's cracking, so we literally have a group that we like send messages all day, every day. So, and I'm like a night owl, so I'm up to like midnight for some reason. But yeah, like if you don't know like the answer to something, you just ask someone, and it's a learn as you go type business. You get what you put out of it, you get what you put into it. So there's no like quota to me. It's just really what works best for you. And for me, being a busy mom, just like most of y'all, everyone's super busy right now. You just work it how you want. So it's in pockets of time. Like today on my lunch break, I listened to one of our trainings. I might stay up after the baby goes to bed and, you know, message some people, but it's, you know, if I don't get it all done, I don't get it all done. I mean, I'm not a super mom, I promise. I haven't showered. I worked out this morning. I haven't showered. Like, that's just life right now. So, and I'm okay with it. It is what it is. And I will end with, I used this quote the last time, I made it up, but I kind of like it. So maybe I'll like it. But I wrote, being a coach is so much more than workouts. It's showing your journey, no matter how imperfect, and showing other women that they deserve something more. And I truly believe that. And it has literally helped me so, so much. And if y'all have questions, let me know. I'd love to help you. And Kelsey, you take it back, Kelsey.
Oh, so good. He always steals the show.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and he's crazy. So
okay, so as you can see, you know, we're just very much the girls on the call tonight. We're just very much real women. We have, you know, normal lives, very chaotic lives, and we all have different backgrounds. And I just want to kind of reiterate too, the biggest thing is you don't have to know anything. This is literally something anyone can do. The only thing you have to have is a passion to just improve yourself, work on yourself, create healthy habits, which I think is kind of the end goal, because we all want to live long, long lives, and have the ability to impact someone's life. Excuse me. So really quickly, what I'm going to do for the rest of this call is I'm just going to share with you kind of Hopefully I get my light back on. Share some of the kind of most common questions we get when you're considering, okay, what does this really look like in a day? So just like Lindsay said, the cool part about this business is you get to dictate how you want to do it. You could just be a discount coach, as meaning someone who just wants the discount on products. You could be what we call more of like a hobby coach, someone who, you know, maybe wants to share with their friends, family, have, you know, help hold them accountable, but not really dive all in. Or you could be someone who's like, you know what, I want to take my family to Disney World next year and I want to pay for it all. And this is going to like give me some income to do that whenever, you know, life happens and opens up again. But, you know, really what a day-to-day looks like for us is just working on ourselves. It always starts with you. When I have a new coach join, or when we have a new coach join our team, we tell them very straightforward, you know what, pick a program, you know, find a nutrition plan that works for you and start working on yourself. Everything else will fall into place. You're going to learn as you go, like Lindsay said, and you're just going to kind of be that light, especially right now in a tough world. So your journey first, and you get to share and inspire others. What's even better for all of you who love a good checklist and just knowing like, okay, I want to really quantify what you do in a day, we have this incredible tracker that we give everyone. So you can't see it like that close, but it's just basically, it has things that you can do every day that help move your business forward. The best part about it, the very top, is working on yourself. So it's like, do a workout. Did you, you know, enjoy one of the products? Did you, follow or make a healthy meal? Did you share about your journey today? So it makes it really simple. If you are someone who just has busy in their life, which I think we all do, you have a sheet to work off of, which helps you really maximize the use of Power Pockets. And that's, I worked this business for the first 2 years, traveling 90% of the time, 2 kids under the age of 2, and just being incredibly busy, but really focusing on these 10-minute pockets of what I could do to kind of move my business forward. And so each person's daily schedule is truly determined for what fits in your day. Your schedule is going to look different than mine. Lindsay's schedule looks different than Jen, but that's the beauty of it. We all can grow in different ways. So that's kind of like a highlight of what daily tasks like. And then building an income. This is one of my favorite things to talk about because this is a big question. Okay, so this all sounds awesome. Like you get to work out, you get to share about it, but how do you earn an income? And so I don't know how many of you are familiar with network marketing businesses, but I truly believe, especially with how things are now, this is truly a ticket to financial freedom. It can be a ticket to opportunity, to flexibility, to just more stability in your life. And it can be whatever you want it to be. So essentially when you first get started, so let's say today you sign up as a coach account, you make your customer account a coach account. Tonight, tomorrow, whenever, you could have someone buy workouts under you. You could help someone sign up with a challenge pack, which is what we call workouts and nutrition, and you make commission. So there's 2 ways to earn, basically. As a coach, you get to, you can earn commission, and you earn 25% commission on anything you help someone get started with. Now with challenge packs, it's more upwards towards 35%. But you can get someone signed up today and you can make $50 right there. You could help a couple people sign up with workouts. You can make, sign 3 people up, you could make $100 right there, just easy money. And that's a great way because, you're just sharing something you're already doing. You're not, maybe it's not really, maybe it is a little outside of your comfort zone to share, but it's something you're very passionate about because it works. You know that you have this incredible community. You know that it's sustainable, 3 years strong, but really 10 years strong. And you have the ability to, just like you're recommending something on Amazon, you could earn from that. And the second way you start, so that's kind of the first way you can earn. The second way you start to earn is when you start to build a team of coaches. And one thing to clarify is these could all be people that just want a discount. This could be your mom and your sister who love Shakeology or, love whatever product and they just want the discount. This could be your best friend who, like Lindsay, like maybe she wants to coach in the future, but she's just going to watch right now. But you start to sign up coaches under you. So basically they're customers and then they become coaches. They're signed up under you. And as they continue to help maybe their sister and brother or their best friend, and then that best friend starts to help maybe their best friend, you start to earn residually. And so you always have the opportunity to earn with commission. And then you have the opportunity to earn from what your team earns. And so that's what we call team cycling, but just know it's residual income. So you always get to earn from one way of commission, just what you help people get started with, but then also what your team does. So it's also a team effort too, and that's what makes it super exciting and also grows the income potential. So, and what I like here, I think I wrote, this is a business focused on providing resources to people to change their life. And I know that there are so many incredible, network marketing businesses. And I would, I was so scared to talk about that in the beginning. Not that I talk about it regular about what the medium is that we use, but just that the opportunity is there because it truly is limitless on what you can grow when you decide to, maybe get outside of your comfort zone, because you just never know how many people, need a Veronica or need a Stephanie in their life to help maybe show them something that they never even knew was there or never knew that, especially in COVID times, that we have opportunities to work from home or have opportunities to stay healthy from home. And so it really, I guess I like to say, sweetens the pot because you're already getting a lot of fulfillment out of helping people, but you also get compensated for that. And it's really incredible to have that feeling of helping others and having the income represent lives that you are changing. There's not a lot of other jobs out there like that. So, excuse me. So, couple quick things. Our personal success. So your success, and I know Lindsay and Jennifer kind of talked about this, but your success in this business is just truly, it's based off the work and time that you want to put into it. And that comes from just showing up for yourself. Actually, there's a typo in there, whoops. Don't judge me on that. But you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be ready. It's actually best when you're not, because that just means you have a lot of fear and anxiety maybe holding you back, and it gives you more to work through to really get to the point where, you know what, I'm ready to do this. Because it doesn't matter what, Sally or Cindy or whoever, maybe you have fear of what opinions of other people might be or what so-and-so thinks. But the truth is, like, you have to live your life. You have to pay your bills. You have to figure out how to stay healthy for your family. And this provides an incredible way to do it. And it also allows you to deem success in the way that you want. So it's great to see, like, I love to see women when they're able to, help pay off a loan or, pay for their kid's birthday party. Or for us, like, I've been able to keep up with our continuously growing grocery bill because none of my kids go to school anymore. And I swear they're 3 and 5 and they eat like teenagers. But just, those are like the little things that it's like, this, I'm going to show up for myself every day. I should just be able to maybe share that more because someone somewhere needs to hear that. Okay, so last, let's see if I can expand this a little. Last quick slide I'll talk about is, let's see if I can make it a little bigger. Just common fears and objections, because I know we all have them. And these, I have felt these and I could talk all day about these, but I won't, being mindful of time. Okay, so you're here tonight, you're watching this recording. Maybe you're thinking, okay, I have no time. Like, if anyone has no time, it's some of the girls on my team. I have moms of 4, I have moms of 3, I have moms who work full time and have multiple kids. I've got nurses who have busy schedules. You know, I myself was a super busy mama, I still am, but in a different way. But what's really nice is your income is a direct reflection of the use of your time. And so you could, what's helpful is with the kind of to-do list we have and this handy dandy tracker, you know, you can look at your day, you can look at your week, and you can figure out, you know, I know I can work out on these days, or I know I'll do that on this time. And, you know, I'll read some personal development, because that is one thing like we really focus on, is not just growing ourselves physically, but, you know, improving our mind too, just like Lindsay and Jen said. But you have the ability, with the help of like this community too, to really help time manage your day. And I promise, like, I attribute Beachbody to being able to balance better. Don't balance great yet, but I do balance better. Another question that you get a lot is, oh, and one thing on I have no time. I love that quote. I don't know what exactly it is, but we all have 24 hours in a day, because it's true. I'm one who used to not think I needed a lot of sleep. And now that I get older, I do need more sleep, like very normal, healthy people should get. But, you know, it's just how you use your time. It's amazing how often we will spend scrolling social media. But what if you scrolled with more purpose? What if you were able to scroll and share, and scroll and earn? Those are things to kind of think about when you think about time. I don't have the money, so I get this a lot, because it is, you know, you are investing in a business. But what's really incredible about this business is, if you're a customer right now and you've purchased a challenge pack before, it's free to sign up to be a coach, to get a coach account, completely free. You get refunded right away, or if you sign up as a coach right away, it's waived. And so basically, it doesn't cost any additional finances to start your business, which there are very few businesses that require little to no capital to get started. When you think about like running your own boutique or running some type of side hustle, you have to purchase the product, you have to purchase the space, or have the way to get your product to the masses. But with the help of social media, with the help of just given the tools we already have that we already know work, we're able to run a full-fledged business in whatever way we want to run it, just with little investment in the beginning. And then the only investment that you're going forward is just what you're purchasing. And like Lindsay said, there's no quota, there's no, you know, you're not required to help so many people a month. It's literally just, you could simply just do it as a discount coach. But that's, I think, a very unique thing that differentiates this opportunity from others. Another question, two more that I kind of hear pretty regularly, or at least I thought, everyone does it already. I don't know enough people. And, you know, I can't tell you how many times I did not talk to Lindsay or girls I went to high school with, because I don't know, I was afraid that they already did something, or I was afraid of what they may think of me, of, oh, Kelsey's doing like some network marketing thing. But, you know, you just never know someone's season. You don't know what someone's going through, and you don't know how it could change someone's life. If my coach had never asked me to just, hey, will you want to jump in a group with me? I told her no a lot. But if she had never followed up with me several times, I would have never been able to change my life in so many ways. I don't know where I would honestly be today. I don't know what my mindset would be. And you really don't know how it could change someone's life for the better. And then I'm not good with sharing. No one is initially. This isn't something you go to school for. This isn't something that really comes naturally to you. But what I will say is, you're never alone. And you have to think of it as like an extension of just showing up for yourself. So you're already putting in the work. What if you found a way to talk about that? What if you found a way to share that? Maybe you're not someone who is a big or avid social media user. I have coaches who simply share this in real life pre-COVID times, where they were teachers and they would do the workouts at school, like, you know, on their break or at lunch or whatever it was. And they were able to inspire people because, you know, here they are doing this very convenient routine. Here they are with their portion containers or whatever nutrition plan they were following. And you never realize the impact it can have on someone who's watching, whether it be social media, in real life, your neighbor across the street. You just never know. And I encourage everyone, like especially the new coaches, you know, don't let fear hold you back. Remember that this has the opportunity, as you can see with so many girls on our team tonight, to truly change their life. So that's all we have, like formally to share. Any questions or thoughts, anything before we close it out? Or Jen or Lindsay, anything you guys want to share?
Just thank you for listening to us and ramble. But yeah, we're real people. Anything y'all want to do, and we're not going to pressure you like to do it or anything. I mean, I think it's one of those things like you just know when it's right, kind of. Or I mean, it's normal to be scared. It's normal to have fears. I mean, I still do. Like I said, I don't like, you know, public speaking and all that, but it's just one of those things that it makes me so happy, like sharing my journey and helping other women and moms get healthy, that it lights my soul on fire, kind of, you know, like it makes me more excited to do this than my normal job. So bad. But yeah, so just any questions that y'all have, like feel free to reach out to us. Or there's no like bad question, wrong question. You're never alone. So it's not something like you have to figure out on your own, but you can always ask us questions. We're here to answer them. And thanks for coming.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you nailed it. I think it's kind of funny. It's one of those things where I've worked I was in corporate America for 12-ish years, and it's like sometimes your job can be something else. You have to do it a day. And I feel like this is just something that brings so much joy. It, you know, lets me get creative, or lets me just be more authentic, and it comes it starts to come very natural and doesn't feel like something else you have to do. And I have to say, like, that first message you get from whether it's, you know, a friend or someone that you help get started is the best feeling ever. I mean, it's really cool to have a hand in seeing someone change their life. So thank you guys so much for joining. We'll have a recording too. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out, ask us. And I hope to, you know, see or hear from you guys all soon. Thanks again for joining, and have a great Monday. Forget the days. All right, talk to you guys soon. Bye.